Hey, yo, what it do, YouTube? Sash King 05 here. The girl 7, whip waifu number 2 with the silver hair. She got her FR. These moths are back, so it's time to handle up. So, as you can see, Team Autopilot is back again. I'm really having fun with this team. Uh, After hearing about some of the specs on this fight, 3 enemies, speed down, action delay up, that just screams kill them with off turn. So why not, again, run team autopilot? Yeah, as you already know, if you didn't peep some of these videos, this fight, well, this team kind of plays itself. Just the only thing I'm doing up to this point is just making sure I'm getting the right amount of, trying to get the maximum amount of counters I can. So just kind of deciding who to put Core's buff on and kind of timing exactly when I want to get all my effects up. But after that, the thinking is pretty much over once we hit force time. These moths are, from what I've seen, are very kind of spammy. Like they kind of like to spam a lot of HP attacks. The ad moths, they have like single target attacks, nothing too scary. The big moth has a AOE attack. I think it inflicts you with, like I said, like speed down. And I think action delay down. I think this party has a lot of buffs on them, so we really don't get debuffed too much because of the debuffs. I mean, well, yeah, we don't have really a lot of debuff slots to get debuffed, which is good because that fulfills Beatrix. That fulfills her condition for her Ramsey effect on her FR. But yeah, I don't know too much, really much to say about this fight. I mean, these moths are actually, I guess to their credit, are actually kind of fairly tanky. We managed to hit 999 again, but we hit that at the very, very end, at the tail end of the fight, literally on like the last turn. And even then, I had to go into the brother's summon to get that big burst damage before finally killing me at the with the final attack. But yeah, these guys are. I mean, basically, this is prime Warrior of Light territory. His LD, as you guys have been seeing, is really, really good for these type of comps. Off turn units really love Warrior of Light now, and well, if you're not running a tank, he's obviously a great tank. Not to mention that another good thing about this team that's kind of slightly slept on is their damage mitigation. Like between Beatrix, Gladio, and then throw Core on there, boss's attacks really don't hurt us. Like they really don't. Like they really kind of tickle us. Like we're, it is actually kind of funny to see. Like you'll see when the big moths kind of try to hit us with AOEs and it's doing like triple digit damage. Love to see it. Yeah, around this point, once I got up to this point, I was like, well, with the amount of turns that we're getting, it's probably best if I get Gladio and his and the Leo call effect up now, as opposed to doing it in the middle of Beatrix force time, because Gladio's pretty slow. Beatrix would eventually get her turn before him, so I figured why not do it now? Because not only that, you see all these turns, we get to capitalize. So one gimmick of this stage is that the ads won't die during their force time. So it was actually kind of convenient for them to be alive because I got to sit there and kind of just beat up on them, until the very, very end. Well, the more so like beat up on them until we got our force time. As you can see, that Leo effect does wonders with this team. Look at Gladio work. Look at him put in that work. Gladio loves the Leo effect. Beatrix follow-up, loves the Leo effect. Core doesn't really get a lot of it. And actually, so one thing that I was thinking in terms of possibly playing this better is during my force time, well, just well, not just during force time, just in general, in terms of buttons I used like to use before, I generally like to stick with this S2 because this S2 is AOE. I generally don't use his S1 because that's single target. You know, I personally, in terms of the way I like to play, kind of like to spread my damage around. But I probably could have, you know, just to make sure the ads wouldn't just die. Because, okay, even though I said during force time the ads won't die, without force time, you know, just like the Bahamut fight, any ad that dies, they're instantly going to get revived and it's going to heal the other moth. So both moths are always getting healed and revived if you kill one or both. And what I could have done to prolong that, at least to try to squeeze out just a little bit more damage during our force time, is I probably could have used Core's S1 a little bit more often just to damage only the boss moth as opposed to just the actual like ad moths. Because when I kill them, it kind of messes up the turn order. Like sometimes you'll see that sometimes there's these little moments where I get like a large amount of enemy turns, but it's because look at this. You saw that team autopilot was working so well, my screen actually timed out on me. So I had to wake it up. shout out to the team hands-free mode. But yeah, what I was saying was like I probably could have stretched out the damage a little bit more by just using 4 single target S1 attacks just to not damage the ad moths. Because when I killed them, you can kind of see later on it kind of throws off the turn order just a bit. So, you know, just in the fairness of trying to squeeze out more damage, the maximum damage we can, that's what I probably should have done. But anyway, I you know, this is still kind of like my, what is this, like a third run with this team so far? Maybe third, fourth? I think it's the third. Second run, I believe, with my Gladio fully being realized all the way. Look at it, you saw that 34 HP damage. You just love to see that. Like, just absolutely laughing at his fucking attacks. But yeah, because the HP damage gets so high and we start dealing so much damage, the ad moth really start dying really quickly. So it was more, you have to say, it's going to be more beneficial to kind of attack them using my regular, the regular S1 core attack as opposed to the other one. But hey, you know, they live and learn. Right now, we're in full-on autopilot mode, engaged, sit back, grab a beer, grab your favorite beverage, and watch the team go to work. There's Beatrix, Core, the squad. So on the other thing, still kind of striking out when it comes to Warrior of Light FR. I really want that FR now. I guess I've officially made peace with the fact that I'm probably not getting either Beatrix or Warrior of Light's FR. And if I could choose, I'm thinking Warrior of Light. I already have him green. I already have him blue. So that's less resources I have to spend to max him out all the way. Unlike Garnet, who I have to give the whole entire treatment. And I might very well just max out like another character. I actually don't have, like, thinking back on the only character who I have with actual force boards is actually Terra. And that's because with the resources I did have and I was chasing for it, I kept getting Terra FR dupes. So I went ahead and finally maxed out Terra's FR. I guess I'm kind of in the mood. I don't say I'm in the mood. Terra is one of my more favorite FF Final Fantasy characters. I wouldn't mind maxing her, I just kind of feel like if I max Terra, I probably won't play her. Because, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you people can kind of agree with me. It's not that I don't like Terra in general. It's that I really kind of feel her playstyle in this game is kind of whack. Like, she is the epitome of kind of press the same button over and over again. And I know what you're thinking, right? Oh, look at this dude. The audacity of this dude. He plays Ultimisia. How can you sit there and talk about getting mad at pressing the same button over and over again? But hear me out though, yo. Before y'all come try to hang your boy. Hear me out. So at least with Terra, you know, I mean at least with Ultimisia, you know, there's that, you know, the there's that cycle that you kind of have that she kind of plays. You know, with her rotations, you can alternate between S1 or S2. Same with Terra. You get the free turns. Same with Terra. I think with Ultimisia though, it's just kind of a lot. It's just a little bit more varied. Like you get those turns. You get those free turns, I guess, every time her turn comes up. While with Terra, you kind of decide, I'm just gonna sit here and press Meltdown 5 times or Meteor 5 times. Like Terra brings in the damage. You see, she's still good, but you know, it's her personal playstyle that kind of bothers me. Her FR is kind of selfish. Well, it is selfish. It's kind of like Tia's. You know, if you're using Terra's FR, it's because you're bringing Terra as your primary damage dealer to deal a lot of damage, and her damage basically entails pressing the same button over and over and over again. Yeah, but you know, I guess at this point, I might as well just continue to hold out and see what the other events bring. Who's the next BT character that's coming out? I might as well probably just wait on that as opposed to just going for Terra or Garnet in terms of just, you know, maxing them all the way. That'd probably be the better move. You know, the more resourceful move. But we'll see. We're getting down to the nitty gritty now. One last turn left. Like I said, look at all those turns. These guys are dying. I think at this point I kind of realized, you know what I should be doing? I should be using core S1. But yeah, these ads are definitely melting at this point. Like every time we attack them, we're taking off a good, like, what, 20% of their health? Look at that. Like they're just folding right now. Jesus Christ, we're doing like 16 mil a hit. Absolutely disgusting damage. And right here, I kind of was like, should I EX? But I was like, nah, I probably should just go ahead and hit them with the tech. So there's my max damage summon into a, yeah, he brings back the moths. But I'll go ahead and launch to my EX. I was trying to decide which one has more jumps, the EX or the LD. But I went with the EX, and it was more than enough. Purple numbers, love to see it. Into death. So, another run complete by the automatic team autopilot. I'm not sure if we'll get another fight like that. This whole little cycle's been nothing but off-turn fights. I'm not complaining though. Definitely not complaining. But if you've been watching this long, I greatly appreciate you. It's been your boy Sass King 05. Like, comment, subscribe. You know, all that YouTube algorithm bullshit. Help out the boy, help out the kid. I don't know what's coming next. But when it does arrive, you know, I'll see y'all there. But in the meantime, I'll catch y'all later. Peace.